Yo, what's up? So another day, another story. So what we have here is the almost completed go-kart. I've come this far. A couple of things that I need to work on. One of them is the brake line, and funny story about this brake line is that it's kind of short for the vehicle, and I had not taken it out of the box while I was building the vehicle, or rather it wasn't within this vicinity, because I would have definitely considered the length of the vehicle to be determined by the brake line, that thing over there. So now I have to find another way to do my braking, definitely, but I do want to mount this brake line somewhere over here. Need to create some mounts for it. Then eventually I'll weld this brake disc to the axle, similar to the sprocket, weld it to the axle. Ingine imenichanganya kidogo because of the amount of work this has taken. I have 2 days of work here that I did not record, because I figured recording is taking a lot more time to, gather my thoughts. Ndio nijue nini nafaa kusema kwa video, which is okay. I figured it's okay to not have that footage, because I needed that brain power, that brain juice too. So one of the things that I did in those 2 days, when I initially welded the front axle, this was angled in such a way that the tire was slanted this direction. So I had to slice this section, hammer it in so that the tire can be slanted this direction. That's a bit better for stability, I believe, from the reading that I've done online. So similar to this other side. So a couple of things I need to do: mount the brake line, 2 is to mount the steering, and 3 is to probably the sprocket and the brake disc to the rear axle. So kitu ingine inanisumbua kwa hii gari ni hii seat. It's a bit too slanted back, and when I was mounting it, I can see those beautiful braces over there. But anyway, beautiful welding. Anyway, so when I was mounting it, there's a way this seat is designed such that you can see it's sort of parallel to the mounting point. Now there's kind of no way that I thought I could possibly angle the seat forward a bit without creating too much shear forces on these bolts and eventually destroying the seat. So I'm gonna leave it like that and just be doing a bunch of ab workouts whenever I'm driving the vehicle. Let's see, what else? The motor mount, as much as it's ugly, it's gonna have to do for now. So this is a type vehicle. I am eventually going to reverse engineer this in 3D model, and then I'll be able to laser cut all of these tubes and components together so that they fit exactly, because laser cutting is actually quite an exact science, should I say. So stay tuned. What I'm gonna do next is things that I mentioned: the brake line, the steering, and possibly weld the sprocket and the brake disc to the rear axle. But as it said, this is actually a rolling chassis. What a rolling chassis, or chassis as Kenyans say it, what a rolling chassis is a vehicle chassis on wheels. Basically that's it. So I could theoretically drive this, but at the very least I need to mount this so that it's not moving about. This should be stationary, so that it provides the necessary tension between the 2 wheels for them not to wobble about. Tafikia leo, let's see, what time is it? It's 10:01 in the morning. Let's see how far we go, and I'll take necessary breaks, because god damn, my knees, my back, my thighs, my calves, everything is aching just because of this project, and I have a bunch of cuts on my hand. Anyway, For the love of the game. Let's see how far we'll go. So one more thing I forgot to mention about safety. Safety boots, man. This frame fell on my foot a couple of 2 days ago, and my foot is still aching. Hopefully I didn't break anything. So anyway, what I want to start with first is cutting these bolts short. So that these bolts are what's gonna be used on the mounting of the brake. They're a bit too long, so the disc basically interferes with this section. And then afterwards I'll do a test fit and then get to mounting the brake. So that's what I want to have with for today. Alright, so for the caliper, I have the first mounting location. I am going to weld this on and then use the second hole to kind of estimate where the second mounting point is going to be. I don't know, some over here. I'll figure that out as I go. To be honest, this has taken me over an hour to figure out. This caliper came with its own mounting point, mounting bracket, but I genuinely can't figure out how to use this, so just decided to fabricate my own. And by slicing a piece of tubing that I had diagonally and then drilling a hole. So wacha tuone, I'm about to start welding. Yeah, this is me happy because I finally figured out how to do my mounting for it's a bit of a tight fit, but it works. Take you inside there. So that's the bolt that's holding. It's a single bolt. I definitely need another one coming from here going to the frame, although this space is so tight. I think I'm gonna have to go in this direction, although the problem of going that direction is I'm definitely not gonna be able to remove the axle if I ever need to. So the go-kart might not be serviceable, so maybe the alternative would be to take this piece that I have laying around, drill another hole, and then connect these two using a bolt, because I do have a number of bolts that are laying around. That way I'll be able to dismount this. Just if I ever need to remove the axle, I could just unbolt this, and it will pop off. So making progress. I don't know, 2-3 hours later. It's hot. I don't even know what time it is, but I'm pushing on. Yeah. So this is the second bracket, cut from rectangular tubing, measured out the hole, polished it a bit, and now, damn, it kind of fits. Does it fit? Yeah, fits. Perfect fit. Okay, so next step is basically welding this piece together, and I'll be done with the brake for now. And what I mean for now is I still need to take apart the entire frame and polish it for painting. Hopefully it should be done in a couple of days. But we have a braking system. Very soon we'll have a drive system, steering system, and this final piece of tubing, I'm definitely gonna put it somewhere in the front to support the pedals. So that's the brake pedal and the accelerator pedal. That's the accelerator pedal actually. That will run all the way back here. So I think the other missing part is nafaa kuwa na another mounting point for the motor. Remember the motor has 4 mounting points. I'm gonna set it up so that I can explain that further at a later point. But so far so good. Only fucking took me a couple of hours to do this, but yeah, we're there. And there we have it. So shorten the bolt. The reason for shortening it is so that it doesn't interfere with the disc brake. So on this other side I have a nut. So next step is to weld this piece onto the main one of the main members for the chassis, whatever, and it'll be done. The braking bit for now, I'm still aware that I need to weld the entire piece all together to reinforce those welds, because the braking system of course is an important part of the vehicle. Whew. It's hot, it's always hot. So I'm gonna fit these just want to fit these brake pads in. I don't know where I'm gonna get a replacement if I ever need any, so where. Alright, so I just ran into my first issue with this setup. This disc is not exactly free spinning, and the reason is very little clearance between this spring and the edge of the disc. So I'm not willing to take this apart. I think the best option is to take this disc to a machine shop. So what they're gonna do, I'm gonna ask them to do is just shave off a couple of millimeters of the diameter of the total diameter of the disc. That shouldn't take long, unless I need to find a machine shop. I'm gonna find one. Probably, yeah, I have an idea where I'm gonna get one. Anyway, so I'm gonna consider this as done for now. I don't think there's anything else I could possibly do for now. I definitely need some brake fluid, and also I need to bleed these brakes. And so I need to take some rest as usual. Oh, that looks good. As usual, everything is aching, and then when I come back, I don't know when I'm gonna continue doing this today. I still have a lot of electronics to figure out for the motor, and some other things like the lights. Yes, I am going to have lights. I don't know if I'm going to have a horn. It would be a nice touch, but I'm in a hurry to finish this for a showcase parade in Nairobi. Yeah, so I need to ship this to Nairobi a bit earlier. I guess that's the end of today's recordings. So we'll see what to do next. Of course, it's a steering, but thanks again for tuning in. Afunga job mazee. proud of this. I'm proud of this.